Hey guys, welcome back. So we're gonna do some use reducer. We're gonna do a counter with use reducer and a button with use reducer, and we'll see what we go from there. I'm not planning to spend too much time on reducers, but just to know that I have some basics down, and yeah, that's the most important part, basically. So yeah, let's see where we end up. Let me see what's going on here. This is confusing me. Okay, this is it. Okay, so what we want to do here is make a function. So that adds the to-dos. So const to-dos set to-dos use state. Okay, so we have this one, and then we need to make a function. Const add to-do is this one. At first we want to set to-dos if um, um, if to-dos is an empty string, return. The second thing what we want to do here is set to-dos, and we're gonna say spread the to-dos, and then we want to add the to-do, and then set to-do to an empty string because we're using set to-do here after we add something. So let's try that. I'm gonna say add to do. Okay. Um, we need some kind of list going on. So let's do that. Let's do um, let me think. To dos or to dos? We want to add it to the array because I think it's to dos.map. I'm not sure about this, but we'll see. Okay, let's return that. And let's say we want to add the p tag and we want to add every item. So we want to say key is index, and then we want to say item, um, item something. Um, Index is right, p is right. It's not a typo. To do's, add to do's is right. P index item is right. Yeah, it should be to do, to be honest. Mm, no, it should be this one. So this should be correct, but it's not working. Let me see why. App item, return, p key, index. Maybe there needs to be some kind of list or something. Um, ah, see, this is what I mean, guys. I'm not able to critical think lately. It's just a headache. syntax is correct. How are you doing, Lisa? Fuck, man. No, I didn't got flu. No. Thank you for saying that. I have allergies. I thought I was imagining it, but apparently not. I'm not sure what's wrong with my code. Yeah, I'm not able to critical think lately. You want to have the to-dos of all the arrays because this is not an array. That's why. Okay. Okay, that's working. Now we need to transform this with reducers. I have no idea what I'm going to do here, so I'm gonna look up what reducers are. And we're gonna try something. Reducer, reactjs. Okay. Sorry for the big. Okay. Let's start here with this one. Okay. And we need some kind of state and dispatch. And we also need this one. Cannot read type property of null. Reading use reducer. That's because this one isn't here. And I don't know what this value is gonna be yet. Are we still doing the vlog? What do you mean? The videos? I just uploaded one. Yeah, I just uploaded one. Okay, let me read. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Okay, we want to make a switch case. And it's going to be an action of type. What is this type stuff? Let me see. Where does this type coming from? Not sure. Okay, let's do something. So we want to create a switch statement, and then we want to say action type. Okay, action dot type. Does this reducer needs to be in the? Let me see. Okay, it needs to be inside of the app. So, and then I need to open this up, and then I need to do case. Wait, I want to have some cases. Const action. This is going to be certain cases. So, um, no, so we're not going to do the block today. We're going to use reducers. So let me explain a little bit. Use reducer. So if you don't know what a reducer is, let me see. So let's assume you have like these blocks here. But what a reducer will do, they can create it to one block that does three things. That's basically what a reducer does. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so the switch statement we had here. This is pretty abstract, so this is my first time using it. I'm thinking about it, how I should approach it. Let me put this one here and put reducer here. But we're gonna experiment with it a little bit. Okay. So I wanna say certain things. I want to have a add. So like an add to do, right? And I want to have a is that the only thing I want? Oh man, there's many things I need to do. Anyways, let's start with action dot add. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with this. unexpected. Switch, action type, open curly braces. Case, action.add. That makes sense because I have an action object here. Anyways, let's also do this one here. Can you not do things nowadays anymore? Thinking about it. I don't see any issues here. So what's the issue here? Oh, is that a thing? Okay, so it needs to be a string. Sure. But that still gives me an error. It still gives me an error. God damn it. This is hard. It makes sense. Maybe it's not the same ad. No, it is. Case. Oh, I see. It's literally saying it. Okay. What we want to do for the add is basically replace this function. Okay, let me see what we can do here. Mm, state action. Can we use this somehow? Let me think. State. Can we do something about the state? So what I would write here is just state is this. So something like this. But I have no idea. So um if action payload. So where does the payload come from? Is this the payload? Payload to do. Yeah, but then you're still using, but everything needs to be use reducer. Like it's still using your state. Okay. Add to do. State to do. Okay. This is. How is this ever a solution? It's just rewriting it. Bring back the state. And then to do is action of payload. Okay, where's the payload? Payload is initial state. Then payload is initial state. Why is this so dumb? Action type is what to do and with what data. For set to do, the new text for the input. Dispatch type action set to do. Payload is eTarget value. For add to do, no payload needed. For delete to do, the index of the to do to delete, which is I. This is so dumb. I hate it. I hate this. Okay, I think this is too hard for me right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete everything. I'm unable to think for this right now in this time. So, okay. Let's do counter with use state and counter with use reducer. Okay, let's okay, well, let's try it. Whatever. Okay, let's remove everything. Just do this. I don't see anything on the screen, but it should be correct. Why is it not correct? Because it needs app. Am I dropping? This should just work. No buttons, no nothing. Use state. The return is here. I'm not sure why this is erroring out. It should just work. Okay, I understand why this doesn't work, but okay. Oh, maybe because we didn't initialize use React, import React. Okay. Okay. And we need to make this in use reducer. Well, let's do use reducer first. And then let's do const action. And this is going to be add. It's going to be add. Then we have decrement, which is going to be decrement. We're gonna have reset, which is going to be reset. Okay, that's the first thing. Then we need const state action, which is use reducer, and then we need I forgot state and dispatch. Okay, sorry, dispatch. Okay, and then we need to have reducer, and then we need some kind of value. I'm gonna open up an object and I'm gonna say the count is 0. Does it still work? It doesn't. Why not? Hmm. Why is this so small? Um, reducer, reducer, create series of state, and I didn't. I opened up an object and I said count is 0. This is correct, right? Or not? Let me go on top. Yeah, it says here, reducer, and then you can open this up with an object, which is count is 0. Yeah, well, let's do initial state on const initial state is count 0, and then I want to say initial state, then would that be an issue? That will also be an issue. Not sure why. What if I copy this one and remove this one? Does it suddenly work? It doesn't. I haven't removed anything. And if I remove this line, suddenly it works. That's insane. Because I probably didn't use it yet. That's fine. Okay, let's keep it this way. Now we want to have a switch state then. We first want to have the um, have some kind of function reducer. So we're gonna say const reducer, and this reducer has a state and an action. State, action. And then we want to say switch action type. I definitely need to review this many times maybe. Case is going to be action dot add, and then I want to return I said count 0. Not sure if that is a good idea. Let me just do 0. No, maybe I should do state 0. I have no idea. We'll see. No, let's keep it count. Return state no idea. I have no clue how to type this. Okay. It says that count is state count plus 1, something like this. Oh, if I return it like this, I need to return an object, obviously. Yeah. expected this one, but got count because of this stupid shit. Okay. Something like this. Okay, now you want to set some kind of reducer function, so you want to say const add, oh, let's say const increment is going to be dispatch, and then it's going to be state, and it's going to be state plus 1. And then let's remove these for now, this one, and let's remove the, let me see, this one, and this then should work, and it doesn't. Okay, why not? Okay, let's review. Okay, the count is 0. That is what we have correct. Function reducer state action. Where const reducer state action switch action type case action add, which is add. Okay, and I say return count state dot count plus 1. Okay, that's great. We did forget this one, so let's add this one after this one. That should just work. Is default not an option anymore nowadays? You have a case add, this case ends. It should just work. Unexpected default. So you're not able to do defaults here? That's crazy. I'm gonna delete that one. I don't want to deal with that now. Um, State dispatch, use reducer, initial state. Okay. Oh, there's something I need to change here, which is the state, the count. Oh, and on increment, I said state dispatch, and I'm doing it again here, so I don't need to do this. I need to say open up an object and type action dot add. That's what it says. Because I have action add here. We are um, wow, this is tough. I have to take into account abstraction, and I have to take into account three things instead of just one thing. What a waste of time. But I need to learn this. At least knowing how to fetch from like make a number or something, increment a number. I have no idea what's wrong here. I'm gonna check one more time. No, we need to say increment here because we already have a function here. So, okay, yeah, I'm gonna throw it. Reducer is used before it's defined. Oh, so that's this line. Okay. You call use reducer necessary before reducer swine. Switch is missing other cases in defaults. I added the default, it gave me an error. You saw that, right? It gave me an error. Here. I don't understand. Where do we need to use this? Define reducer before calling use reducer. So this one needs to go here. Okay. Default. I'm not sure what's wrong here. Let me see what's going on. I really don't see it. It's one of those days where, this is still inside the blog. So it needs to go one below. Okay, that was a bit strange. So I need to go. Oh, I need to go outside of the case. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, well, this is programming. This is part of it. Okay, let's do everything again. Let's do. Maybe I get a better understanding now. Let's see if I do. We need to do action. We need to init. We need to do the switch case. Then we need to use reducer. Reducer. Then we need the function. Then we need the function, and in the button we say the state, and that's it, basically. Okay. So um, I hope I'm not doing it wrong. Uh, switch. And this needs to be an action type, I think. And case. And the case is going to be action dot. I don't get type safety here. Not sure why. Okay. Return. And this is going to be count state dot count plus one. Okay. Then we need to go outside and default. Unexpected default. No, it's right. I went outside this time. Do I need to go inside this time? Okay, whatever. Um, return just an empty string. I don't care. Okay, that is this. Now we need to do the use reducer. So const state dispatch is use reducer, and then init. Now we need to do the function of adding. So const increment, and then we're gonna say dispatch, which is going to be an object with a type of add. Uh, yeah, add, because we remove the action. No, we need to do the exact one, I think. Not sure about this one. Let's do the button state. And then we want to say on click. We want to increment and add. And we want to do the state here. So let's do a P. The state is state account. Oh, that was pretty good. Okay. That was not my favorite way of typing. That was incredibly hard. I don't understand that logic. Yeah, I got it. That's not the problem. Problem is, why is it so hard? I don't see the benefit of using this. Maybe if you use like multiple states, it will make sense. But for this specifically, I don't see a benefit. Why would I ever use this? Okay, let's do it with sustand. So do the same with sustand. This is sustand, and this is then a global state manager. This looks way simpler. Use counter sort, create set, count 0, right? And I can use it in my component. I can even put it in another file, and I just say use counter store, use this. So I have no idea why we use reducer where we have this. Let's do this with the payload. So let's see what this payload actually means. Okay. Action add payload. Use payload. And payload is a value. Oh, and then we can add a value here. Minus action the payload. Okay, this is why we use the payload. Okay. Do we need to use the word payload here? Payload? No. Okay. Okay, I understand. Okay. Okay, that was pretty much a headache. I just wanted to see how this worked, right? So, um, look how different this is. Like it says just hey, just create the count 0, just create the functions, then destructure those and just use them here. And here's the use reducer. It says okay, create the custom actions. You don't need to do this by the way. Create the initial things, add all the switch statements, then use the reducer, then create the functions. It's just very verbose, and um, I don't see why why I have to do this. Yeah, this is a huge waste of time, in my opinion. However, I'm going to use like 2 or 3 exercises for this just to understand the basics, right? I think that is pretty important. So I'm gonna put the sum of Anki cards, but I'm not gonna bother too much with it. I rather bother with this skill. It's called sustand. So I think this is a better way of doing stuff. Now, just to do that, let's do add another case, seeing that I've actually understand it. And let's do it. Yes, I use Anki cards sometimes. If I understand it enough to remember it, to understand it, then I put it in. Then I put it there. Okay, so I want to say decrement. It's going to be decrement. So case um, action dot decrement. Okay, and I want to return with a payload. So it's going to be very interesting. Count is going to be state count minus action dot decrement. So this is going to be an important value later. Um, let's see the function. So we have a function here, and we want to say decrement, which is not the same decrement as what I had. We have the type action here, and then um, instead of payload, I want to say decrement mm, with a value here. Let me see what the value is. Document, document. And then let's remove this one here. And I want to say document by 20. Okay, so that already gives me an issue here. So I didn't fully understand it. Maybe I should say, uh, let me think. We have a value here, and we're using that value here. And until this problem, we didn't have a problem. This is actually adding stuff because we need to do this one. And this is doing nothing, makes sense. And this gives me an error. So we have an issue here. Okay, I did not fully understand that. Very simple. Let's go down. Let's see how it's done. Action of payload. Okay, so I say decrement here. And I'll also set the value. Decrement is here. It says action of payload. Count, stated count, minus action of decrement. And here I use type action decrement, dot decrement, and I say decrement here, which is the value here. And I said DEC, and here is DEC. There's also a dispatch function. Let me see. Yeah, we can do that. Then I want to say document, but this one needs to be an invoke. Okay, still an issue. Um, I should do minus 20. I don't see any issue here. Let's see what I did wrong. You're not returning. Oh, you're not returning. So I need to do this one as well. Is that the issue? Okay, don't forget this one. Let's look at it tomorrow again. It's fine by now. I'm happy with the result. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Lisa, for coming, and thank you other subscribers for coming. I will see you guys tomorrow. I might not because I have so many things to do, but very likely I will. Take care.